Just outside and through to their third grand final in 4 seasons. Reed swoops on the crown with massive basket.
3. You are kidding me.
And the fire burned brightest. Townsville are WNBL champions for the 4th time.
Round 8 continues in Canberra as the Adelaide Lightning come to town. 2 teams coming off stirring victories in round 7, with the Capitals, after suffering a string of close losses, registering their first victory of the season. Some of the league's brightest young stars on display. It promises to be an exciting Thursday evening of hoops. Liam Ellison and Laurie Chiswick with you on the call. Laurie, welcome.
Oh, thanks, Liam. I am really super pumped for tonight's game because, as you mentioned, we are going to see on display some outstanding young guns on both teams. The future of the WNBL, some future opals in there for sure. Last time these teams met, Adelaide won by 3 points, so it was very close, and that was way back in round 1. But both teams love to run, push the ball in transition, so expect to see an up-tempo game tonight. And as you said in that opener, both teams coming off great victories over the highly ranked Melbourne Boomers, so they will be filled with confidence and ready to go.
Wasn't it just great scenes here in Canberra last weekend when the Capitals registered their first victory of the season? 84-72, they got the job done. And Jade Melbourne, no surprises, she was our player of the round, Laurie.
Player of the round, deservedly so. 30 points, 10 assists in their first victory for this season. She was outstanding, but she was ably assisted by Fowler, 18 points, and Sharp, ever ready Sharp, 12 points, 13 rebounds. But I love the way that they maintained their composure for 4 quarters. You know, the Boomers pushed them. They had a bit of momentum at one stage, but they held strong, and we can see the celebrations at the end of the game. They were ecstatic.
You felt like this victory was coming for a while, didn't you, for the UC Capitals? They had a couple of close losses, finally getting over the line. This is how the ladder sits after round 7. And, of course, the Flames closing in on 4th position. That's one to watch.
Well, it is, and it's great to see that a couple of more numbers in the win column for Adelaide and Capitals, but for the Boomers, wow, the 2 losses last round and then last night to Sydney Flames, see them tumble from 2nd to 4th. And they've got a big game coming up on the weekend as well.
I've got a pep in their step to the UC Capitals, and we spoke about some of the young Australian stars for this Capitals team. Jade Melbourne leads the way, but you look across the board, Gemma Potter, Alex Fowler, it's a unit that if they can keep together, Laurie, is going to be really dangerous for years to come.
Well, it is, and you can see that starting 5, and they've been pretty consistent for the last few games once Alex Bunton went out. And, you know, Sharp, as I mentioned, Melbourne, Fowler's having a sensational season, and we know that Okoye, she's been a bit inconsistent with her 3-point shooting, but she can light it up as well.
Adelaide had themselves a seriously impressive victory against the Boomers as well at the Boombox in Melbourne last Sunday, and this is how they will line up coming into this evening, Laurie.
And just as settled as their starting 5, Willoughby, Borlase, Turner, who we know leads the league in rebounds and blocks. Lauren Mansfield, who's coming off the game against Melbourne, 8 assists. And I've been really impressed with Taylor Brazel coming off the bench. She's supplied some really crucial minutes to this team.
Of course, huge development today for the WNBL. This morning it was announced for the first time ever, all games will be shown on the WNBA app and League Pass. So for our international viewers, make sure you've downloaded the WNBA app for games and WNBA content. Just an awesome partnership, Laurie. Exciting stuff for the league.
Oh, it certainly is. It's amazing that now really our competition is going to be seen by over 100 countries across the world that will have access to it. So exciting for the league, for the players, and for all the fans that are watching.
Just great visibility and so much WNBA experience in this game in particular across the league. It's only begun to grow or continue to grow the number of WNBA athletes that come down to Australia each year for the WNBL. Jade Melbourne, Jocelyn Willoughby, Brianna Turner, 3 players in this game. And Izzy Borlase as well, a projected WNBA draft pick, only to further strengthen that connection. Here we go in Canberra, the Capitals and the Lightning. And Sharp and Turner will contest the tip. And the Capitals have first possession here. at Radford College this evening. A power outage at the National Convention Centre sees us here as Sharp inside the first two.
Great execution by the Canberra Capitals. That would have been drawn up as the first play of the game. Really nice curl, strong curl cut by Alex Sharp to finish off.
Willoughby driving straight at Sharp off the window.
I like the mindset of Willoughby. When she gets that, she's got a real explosive first step, and when she goes downhill, she's hard to stop.
Fowler having a terrific season for the UC Capitals. Jade Melbourne puts the ball on the deck, steps back outside the arc and drains it.
She makes that look easy, but she had the ball to the floor. It was great defense by Willoughby, then to do a step back three. Such great start.
Smooth mover. Jade Melbourne is born no good in the post. Melbourne again pushing the pace. Okoye, a flamethrower herself.
Well, this doesn't look like a court they haven't played on at all, Liam.
The Capitals fans have turned out as well. Laurie, never mind the change. Good atmosphere here as Willoughby lets it fly, and it's dropping early for both sides.
Wow, isn't it ever? And Willoughby, a great second shot. Her first one was to drive it in. Second one, and now is a three-point shot. How do you defend her?
Sharp driving on Willoughby, straight to the cup, no good. Turner pulls it down. Unbelievable last weekend, Brianna Turner defensively controlled the keyway against the Boomers. Here's Borlase, handed back from Turner.
Good decision to slow it down, execute into something.
Mansfield, nice find. Turner no good. This inside the painted area for the Lightning. And the Capitals with an early three-point lead. Rolling to the bucket there was Fowler and blocked by Borlase. Now it's Willoughby. Goes straight to the cup. No one there to stop her. Bourne on the follow.
As I mentioned at the start, both teams like to get out and run, get a defensive rebound, get it in the hands of a guard and push. And we could see that last one with Willoughby.
You really did call it, Laurie. It's been high pace early. 2.5 minutes gone. Plenty of action already. Melbourne off the dribble. Borlase defending the rock. Here's Okoye in the post. She'll turn and fire on Bourne, and Turner controls the glass once again. Lauren Mansfield. Chance to take a deep breath for Adelaide. Rolling there is Bourne. A little tight to the backboard as Turner. Extra possession Adelaide. 9 seconds to work with. Dancing on Okoye, and Melbourne pulls it down. She can slingshot the other way for the Caps. Euro stepping through and denied by Borlase.
How are some of the matchups out there, Liam? You've got Melbourne and Borlase. You've got Fowler and Bourne.
Here's that defensive stop again from Izzy Borlase. Was not biting on that one. Sharp, baseline J.
Again, another well-executed baseline out of bounds play.
High-octane start here in Canberra. Mansfield's directing traffic for the Lightning. Here's Turner at the elbow. Bourne in the post, doubled immediately. Borlase is open. Just off out of the hands. And Turner, quick thinking. Kept possession for Adelaide.
There's a reason why she is the best rebounder in the competition. The timing of that to get her body in position, jump here as we can see, and then get it off a body of the Canberra Capitals.
Already up to 4 rebounds in the game, Brianna Turner. Willoughby sideline possession. Bourne, a little late to close out, and she makes them pay. Well, tied up here.
Bourne is one of the best shooters in the competition. Field goal percentage, almost 44%.
Melbourne, Okoye's hit 1-3 already. Melbourne again attacking on Borlase. Great find, Sharp with the cut.
I am so impressed with both teams and their execution, their read of the defense.
Highly efficient start from both sides. Turner. Hand off to Borlase. Now dumped down low to the post. The quick hands from Melbourne was a foul.
Good recognition that Jade Melbourne had switched on to Turner. Big mismatch in there. Borlase did a good job of getting it inside, and Turner taking it to the basket.
It's always going to be a tough assignment for Jade. So Turner will have to earn them at the line. And good on the first. These two tie things up here, approaching halfway through the first quarter. Jade Melbourne with the rock. Okoye. Melbourne cutting hard off ball. Here's Fowler, top of the perimeter. Inside to Okoye. And that was well read from Turner. Dominating defensively once again. Puts it on the deck. Now Mansfield's in the corner, wide open. Just off that time.
It's a good shot, though. That was a good push by Turner. Mansfield had her hands ready.
Melbourne putting the pressure on Borlase, and she is up to the challenge once again. Lauren Mansfield, her 10th season in the WNBL. Second stint with the Lightning. Again, they look to go inside to Turner in the foul call. This time on Munga.
I like Turner, the way she's presenting inside. She's really getting good position. She's done her work early. She's holding her seal. She's calling for the ball. And even if, you know, she's not going to score, it collapses the defense and able to open it up at the three-point line.
Had 14 rebounds, 4 blocks last week, Brianna Turner, as Borlase lets it fly. Capitals basketball. And the Lightning holding Melbourne scoreless for 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. In Sunday's game, remarkable. Borlase, screen from Fowler, nice assessment from Melbourne. Inside is Fowler for the 2.
Really good low little bounce pass. Saw that there had been a switch, but it wasn't quick enough.
Hand off Brazel. Some early burn. The low block is Bourne. Battle between these two, Alex Sharp and Bourne. Quick hands from Munga, and they win it, the Capitals.
I have to say, at first I was impressed with Alex Sharp and her active hands just digging at the ball, as you can see here. But then Munger, just that little dig from the wing area, got rewarded with it's now their ball in the end line.
Munger will take a break, as will Alex Fowler. And Gemma Potter is out there for the Caps. Melbourne running point. 30-10 last weekend, Jade Melbourne. Tried to flip it out to Okoye, got to its desired target, and over Mansfield for 2.
Okoye's showing us some different tricks than just strictly shooting from the three-point line, which she did sort of initially.
She is, as Melbourne rips it from Bourne's grasp. She will slingshot forward. Nice pass to Potter, who just misses.
That's the running we're talking about. Great pass by Melbourne, just not quite there. Potter.
Borlase, not quite. Looking to push it on the fast break of the Capitals. 4-point leaders. Okoye with her feet set. Just off on her second three-point attempt.
Good blocking out by Adelaide.
Brazel. Inside to Turner. It was good defense from Potter. Walled up. Now Jada Clark can flip it forward. Sharp, corner 3. Just strong, found back iron. And Bourne, turnover. Forward to Sharp on the left hands.
Great second effort. Stay alert all the time.
Costly error from the Lightning. Trail by 6 here. Turner. And the sea's just parted here for Izzy Bourne. Uncharacteristic miss.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed in that. That was a gimme.
Melbourne straight down the middle. Some aggression from Jade Melbourne. Timeout, 8-point lead the Capitals. And they are rolling here at Radford College. 2:27 remaining in the first quarter. Just took Brazel off the dribble. and forced the timeout. This one brought to you by Cygnett, Australia's #1 digital accessories brand. Cygnett continues to power the WNBL. Australian owned and designed, Cygnett is available at JB Hi-Fi, Officeworks and other leading retailers. Visit cygnett.com. And Laurie Chiswick, of course, today, interestingly enough, is World Basketball Day.
It is, and it's so exciting that we're calling on this in this day. Basketball was first time it was played was in December 21st, 1891 in Massachusetts, and a Canadian, James Naismith, invented the game as such. He was a physical education instructor and developed the game to keep his students active during winter months. So it's great to be celebrated today, World Basketball Day, because we know that basketball is a worldwide game. It transcends borders, cultures, languages, and it's great to see so many people celebrating it.
That's right. Of course, this is a UN imposed and recognised day as well. Such is the influence that the game of basketball has around the world, as you so aptly put, Laurie. So 8-point leaders, the Capitals. And it's been a quick start as well to this one. We knew it was going to be high pace.
Be interesting how Adelaide come out now. That was a much needed timeout, probably just a steadying timeout. Maybe make a couple of adjustments. So
Liz Tonks out there for the Lightning. As is Brooke Basham. We'll see what adjustments they can make here. Brazel on the wing. Penetrating, kick out, 6 seconds. Got to make their move to Adelaide. Off the dribble, Bourne. No good off the glass. Melbourne.
Another good defensive piece. And then that transition basket, that run, getting a rebound, pushing it up the floor, players streaking down and finishing.
Jade Melbourne is wreaking havoc at the moment. Another dime for her and a double-digit lead. Brazel off the dribble, gets to the rack and breaks the scoring drought for Adelaide.
They really needed that. There was no split line help there from Canberra, and she finished strongly.
Didn't they? Can they stop Melbourne at the Caps at this end of the floor? Been excited in the home side so far. Potter goes at Tonks, kick out, Munger for three. Won't go. Tonks calling the shots. Minute 15 remaining in this first quarter. Brazel, out of nowhere there was Munger. Quick thinking and quick hands for the Caps. Clark. Plenty of Lightning defenders back. Here's Munger slashing through. Fast break points again for the Capitals.
Well, Munger, you have to say, created that turnover, then scored at the other end.
Doing it at both ends. Bourne. Inside, Turner has the mismatch on Melbourne and can't take advantage. Melbourne, what a first quarter it's been so far. Going to work, dancing on Tonks. Just keeping it in. No. Run out of real estate, said the referee. Regardless, Jade Melbourne having herself a nice first quarter. 4 dimes, 5 points already, and a block. And she'll take a break.
Well, she's done a good job. Twice we've seen she switched on to Turner and just walled up, kept her arms straight, and Turner wasn't able to score.
Shot clock ahead of the game clock. Turner, nice entry pass inside. Had Clark off the ground, but great second effort defensively. 10 seconds to work with for the Caps. Big screen from Potter. McCoy is going to have to get it up. Turnover. One last heave from Tonks. And short. 24 plays 14 here in Canberra. The Capitals with the lead.
for your pathway in basketball? She Hoops Leadership and Confidence Scholarship can help. We're offering 30 girls from around Australia the opportunity to develop as coaches, players and officials, with mentoring from some of Australia's best basketballers and some of Australia's best coaches in breaking down barriers. If you're a girl aged 15 to 18, then this is for you. This 5-month program will accelerate your development both on and off the court. Interested? Head to shehoops.com.au to apply.
Jade Melbourne has picked up where she left off in round 7, 4 dimes in the first quarter. Playing some showtime hoops in the open floor. Wasn't she terrific, Laurie?
Well, 4 dimes, 5 points herself, really controlled the tempo of the game, pushed it when she had to. Nice passing into her teammates. So, yeah, she is definitely continuing where she left off from her 30-point game.
And, of course, a new tooth as well, or the same tooth, I should say, was reinstated. Laurie, you've got some details on that, I hear.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if this is a story that's grown legs or not, Liam, but apparently in that last game when she and Jordan Canada collided and she chipped her tooth. Now, I don't know whether I've heard the tooth stayed in Jordan Canada's head and then got knocked off the floor. And then Alex Bunton picked it up and put it in a cup of milk. Then the tooth was reattached the next day and Jade Melbourne returns with her great smile. But my question is, Liam, who has a cup of milk courtside at a basketball game? Seriously.
That is extraordinary, isn't it?
I don't know if it's true or not, but it makes a great story.
It certainly does. And lucky that Alex Bunton was able to do so. Jade Melbourne's got her tooth back. 10-point lead, the Caps.
And of course, we hope that Jordan Canada, we know she's missed another game last night and will miss the game against Townsville, that she recovers very quickly and gets back on court.
Yeah, absolutely. It is nasty stuff. Brooke Basham with the opening points for the Lightning. Sharp. Now the Capitals into the corner. Okoye will let it fly. Not that time. Connected on her first 3. Here's Willoughby. Stepping through. Got the call. 2 shots for Adelaide.
That was a good push by Willoughby, a good choice to attack, because whilst the defender was there, she wasn't quite set. You could just see Potter, was moving her feet, but it was a good attack by Willoughby.
5 points in the opening quarter for Jocelyn Willoughby. As Munga takes a break, they're 2 of 2 from the line so far this evening, the Lightning. Finally broke their close game hoodoo last week, did Adelaide. They lost a suite of close games over the course of 4 to 5 weeks, and then must be a lift off the shoulders, Laurie, to come away with that one.
I agree. I mean, overtimes. They had a couple of overtime games. They had, I think, 4 games where it was less than 5 points. So a win can just give you a lot of confidence.
Can't it? And 2 teams playing with a lot of confidence in this one.
Now we have to make note, yes, and I don't want to take anything away from their wins, but for the Capitals, that clash with Canada, she only played 14 minutes and she didn't play at all against Adelaide, and she's just such an important key. But again, as I said, I'm not taking anything away from the teams in those wins.
The Boomers certainly miss her services. Okoye. Now it's Clark hanging and finishing in the lane, not quite. Lace. Turner out to Brazel for 3. Willoughby came in late and the whistle goes against Willoughby. 6-point leaders, the Caps.
Izzy Borlase has been a little bit quiet. She's only had the 3 shots, hasn't scored yet.
Well, she has been. Named in the team of the week last round as well, Izzy Borlase. Just another gong for her this year.
21 points, 12 rebounds in their win against the Melbourne Boomers.
Sharp got the call. Yeah, she was huge in that game, Izzy Borlase.
I love the fact that Alex Sharp, she plays a 3 spot, sometimes into the 4, but for somebody her size to be second in rebounding, averaging 11.2 a game, is just such a tick for her. She just is always relentless going after those O boards. And credit to her and what she comes up with.
And she's into double figures here as well this evening with 10. Caps controlling things here. Brazel off the handoff and the call on Potter. Second team foul on Canberra. First on Gemma Potter. Taylor Brazel coming off an ACL injury in April 2022. She's been awesome this season.
Well, she has. Coming off the bench, she's been a real spark. She likes to shoot the ball. She's been averaging about 23 minutes and just gives them that, you know, another look. She can switch with players. They're all a very similar size, the Adelaide team, but she's been impressive coming in off the bench.
She has another homegrown product as well. What for Lightning fans to look forward to in the future. Fowler. Melbourne retrieves it back. 8 seconds. Sharp rolling to the bucket. Melbourne recognised it. Flipped it out to Okoye somehow. 3 seconds. Got to let it fly. It was great defence from Borlase. Now on the open floor. Basham's there on the wing. Inside the arc. Can't draw it up that time. 2.5 gone in this second quarter. Melbourne dancing on Borlase, wants separation, gets it, and the floater's good.
That was a tough finish. I was just going to say how great Borlase is doing on defense. I talked about she hadn't contributed much offensively, but she's done a great job defensively. But Jade Melbourne was just a little bit better.
Melbourne's up to 7. Borlase looks to go right back at Jade. Pulls up for 2 herself. First points of the evening for Izzy Borlase. Brazel switching onto the ball. Flipped over to Okoye. Capitals need some movement here. Stagnant at the moment. 8 seconds. Sharp. Releasing Okoye in the call. An extra to come for Monica Okoye.
You can see that that's a real focus for Canberra. This pick and roll and really concentrating on the roller, keeping the defender behind, especially if there's a switch. They look for that every single time, whether it's a little bounce pass or a little over the shoulder, as Sharpie did this time, but a really nice finish by Okoye.
And she makes him the free throw. And you're right, Laurie, we've seen a lot more aggression, haven't we, from Monica Okoye driving to the rack in this one. Here's Brazel. 10-point lead, the Capitals. Bourne and Borlase on the perimeter. Turner with 7 seconds. She'll pull up for 2. And Sharp and Melbourne unfazed. Fowler provides the pick. Melbourne hesitating. Great patience. Sharp with an extra. 10 seconds as Potter lets it fly. And Sharp over the top on the O-glass.
That's just inspirational. That you can see the bench in the background rising up. Those little effort things.
Extra possession. Capitals. Melbourne just short. They wanted some reward on that trip. Turner. Brazel. Pull the trigger. Not quite. Shooting finally cooled down here halfway through the second quarter after a really hot start. Melbourne and Fowler. 2-man game. Weaving through the keyway. Kick out. Potter for 3. And Turner able to control it. Willoughby. Denying the post there was Fowler. Now Bourne retrieves it outside. Borlase. Off the dribble. And the Capitals again with a stop. Melbourne. Willoughby happy to switch onto the rock. Melbourne dancing. Look at this. Handle, showcase, kick out. Sharp will fire for 3. The Caps are letting it fly at the moment. 2 of 10 is Euro stepping through. Ball ace. Friendly roll.
I was just going to say that's Adelaide's game is to push and get out in transition, and they've sort of slowed down a little bit. So that was good to see that Borlase continued the attack and finished strongly.
Adelaide break the scoring drought. 8-point ball game. Timeout. 4:56 remaining in the second quarter. And this one brought to you by your local Ford dealer, proudly supporting community basketball in Australia, one of our major partners at the WNBL. 31 plays 23. Capitals in the lead. Alex Sharp leads all scorers with 10 points, 6 boards. And Jade Melbourne with 7 and 4 dimes. And here is our team of the round for round 7. Izzy Borlase and Jade Melbourne both featuring in their big victories. And really, there's a lot of young Australian players across that team, Laurie.
Oh, I love to see the fact that Courtney Woods is in there. She's just getting stronger and stronger. She's started a couple of games, but she comes off the bench as well, and she's just playing great basketball. And what a great group of players that is. And Jade Melbourne, as we said, was player of the round, justifiably so, with that 30 points, 10 assists, and getting Canberra their first win.
Certainly wasn't too much of a tricky choice, I wouldn't have thought, with her performance. She was unbelievable. So the Lightning working their way back into this one. Caps came out of the gate strong. Looking to push the pace. Adelaide have slowed that momentum somewhat over the past few minutes. Halfway through the second quarter.
Well, given that Adelaide is the second best defensive team, averaging almost 74 points a game, just behind Townsville, who are a mighty 66 points against. You know, they're going to really have to take care of business. Great stop there.
Adelaide with the pressure. Mansfield nearly came up with a steal. Somehow got it ahead to Melbourne. Rattled out. Ball ace. Thrown ahead. Turner was there. All by herself. Lightning back within 6 here. Sharp can go quick if she wants. Potter. Good contest. And Sharp no good on the second chance.
You can just see now a little bit more urgency with Adelaide. Mansfield directing everybody now, getting in the proper places. Good decision to slow it down. There was nothing in transition. Got to get going now, though.
Looking to control this possession inside 4 seconds. Turner on the end of it.
A lot of poise showed by Mansfield. Really the, you know, the engine of this team here.
Back-to-back buckets, Bree Turner. Sharp. Melbourne was there for the screen. Deflection. Turner using that length. Willoughby, 3 Caps defenders up ahead. Hesitates, and Melbourne with the defense. Caps point guard doing it all. Nearly wasn't prepared for it was Shakira Riley. Recovers in the corner. Turner hoping for another error. And Melbourne somehow kept that into the front court. 5 seconds, pulls up, deep, triple. Jade Melbourne has another.
How much confidence is Jade Melbourne shooting the 3-ball? I mean, that shot there is not a lucky shot. We've seen her make those over and over again.
There's Izzy Bourne and one. Right back at you. Sorry, Laurie.
Well, no, that was a great finish by Bourne, and they really needed that too, because that basket of Jade Melbourne just gets your team going.
You're spot on. We have seen her make those deep threes plenty of times. Melbourne hit one from near the halfway line last season at the National Convention Centre. So Bourne's at the line for one more. Chance for double figures, not quite. She's got 9, Izzy Bourne. Hasn't she been in some terrific form over the last 3? 20 points per game. As Melbourne, again off the dribble, goes herself.
See, that's not good enough from Al. I mean, full credit to Jade Melbourne. She change of pace. She's really explosive, gets hard to the basket, but they need to have some help in there. If she's going to be able to blow by a player, they need to have some great split line help there ready to pick her up if she does get by.
Turnover against Adelaide. Melbourne is doing damage, up to 12 now. What will she draw up this time? Fowler rolling to the bucket. No look dime. Didn't reach its desired target. Here's a better look at it. Not far away as Bola got tangled up with Fowler. Turner on the perimeter. Bola will run it. They go under the screen, pulls up, top of the painted area.
Gee, she makes that look so easy, and she's so poised.
Look at Turner just denying Melbourne. Somehow got there. And Melbourne is going to turn the Jets on here. Sharp now off the dribble. Fowler's out there for three. A reset via Jade. Nice find inside.
That was better split line help. Forced the lob over the head. Izzy Bourne came over and was there to help.
Borlase driving it. Melbourne flipped it up. 2 to come at the charity stripe. Second personal on Jade Melbourne. Threw it up over her shoulder and would have been
play though. You know, that's the thing, is that if the ball is leaving your hand like a shot, doesn't matter whether it goes in or not, the referees have to call that. And now she'll find herself at the foul line.
36 plays 31, timeout, 1:46 remaining in the second quarter, and this timeout is brought to you by CTM Sport, here to transform your team's travel experience. Leave the hassle of off-court arrangements to CTM Sport, the experts in sports travel management. Get the winning edge today at ctmsport.com.au. 5-point ball game, Laurie Chiswick.
Well, there's a real spread of scores for both teams, especially Adelaide. Willoughby 7, Borlase 6, Turner 6, Bourne 7. So they're sharing the load around there, which is harder to defend. And for the Capitals, Jade Melbourne, of course, has 12, Sharp 10, and Okoye 8. So they're sharing it around as well.
They certainly are. The biggest lead of the game at one stage was 10 points to the Capitals. One remaining before we head to the sheds at the halftime break.
Well, it's really important right now that Adelaide come up with some really good stops and try and get a couple of points on the board just to put that scoreboard pressure leading into the halftime break.
See how they respond out of the timeout here. Borlase at the free-throw line.
She shoots the free throw, Borlase, at 71%. Be interesting to see, because this timeout's called, whether Adelaide, after these foul shots, maybe extend the pressure up and fall back into a zone. Often out of a timeout, especially with foul shots, you can do that. You can orchestrate that as the coach.
They've caused some issues doing that over the last few minutes. We saw Turner nearly causing the turnover on Melbourne moments ago as Borlase got on the second. So this time they will opt back, and Melbourne and Borlase will duel. Fowler with the pick. Turner there to double. They want to force it out of Melbourne's hands. Nice find to Clark. Okoye. 6 seconds. Can Melbourne bail them out once again? Goes to work on Bourne. Steps back for 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't she like it out of the hand, Jade Melbourne? She's got 14.
She has been, those step backs, she owns them right now.
5-point lead as the Caps. Clark hesitates. Drives at Turner. Fowler for 3. Turner able to control it. Or can she? Unforced error. Mansfield just communicating with her big there. Here's that step back again from Melbourne.
She's so balanced with that. So confident.
She really is. Always balanced. Jade Melbourne, here's Fowler on the perimeter. 5 seconds, Okoye. It'll be down to Melbourne again. What can she do this time? It's been some wizardry so far. Lets it fly. Oh, my goodness. Jade Melbourne.
Oh, my goodness. You could not script that shot. Izzy Borlase's hand in the face. Off balance by Melbourne. Oh, my goodness.
Everything is going down for her at the moment. Remarkable. Melbourne has the rock. 7 of 10 shooting in the first half for her. Melbourne again. It'll run through her. Fowler. Kick out to Clark. Still plenty of time. Good drive down the baseline. 9.1 on the clock. 10-point game. And we're going to chat things over here. Nat Hurst wants to speak to the Lightning. 43 plays 33. What have we just seen from Jade Melbourne, Laurie? Wow.
Well, you know, you knew that she had to shoot it, but you could just see there. It's like a chuck. That you have to say that was a chuck.
It was.
And Izzy Borley's hand right there, contested shot, and it went down. You know, one of those games where everything is falling. How fun is it to watch?
Whilst it was a chuck, she threw it up with such confidence that it was going to go close. And it comes in, kisses off the window. Just beautiful stuff from Melbourne.
I'm not sure you can really practice those sort of shots, but I tell you what.
Probably not. But she is on fire at the moment. As the Caps up by 10.
We'll see what Nat Hurst has drawn up for this last 10 seconds for her team to try and get a good shot and keep that margin, get it under the 10.
So clock's been adjusted to 10.8. That's the equation for Adelaide. Capitals who want to take this double-figure lead into halftime. Make sure you get it on board and download the WNBL app as well if you haven't already. All the live scores, highlights, and your player and team info available on your app stores. So here we go. Borlase will inbounds, combining with Willoughby. 10 seconds. Turner with the screen. Sharp switching onto the rock. Willoughby tied to the baseline. Mansfield set in the corner. Just short. So that will do it for the halftime break. 43 plays 33. Jade Melbourne has been scintillating here in Canberra. 10-point lead is the home side, Laurie Chiswick. This has been a really exciting game of hoops.
Well, no problem changing venues for the Canberra Capitals. This is, you know, like you said, Tuggeranong was a good win. This potentially could be. Maybe they don't want to play at the National Centre anymore, but what a performance by not only Jade Melbourne, but for her whole team. They've been outstanding. They've
been really good at their home away from home, if you like. And it's been loud in here, hasn't it, at Radford College? The Caps fans have been great this evening. And the first half highlights, we know it's going to be littered with Jade Melbourne action, but Alex Sharp as well has been good. 10 points, couple of assists for her.
Well, and Okoye too, and we just saw that she switched it up from, you know, shooting the three to driving it in, and that's a good, I like that from her. And Adelaide, you know, they've had their chances and they've just missed a few. But credit to Canberra. They've played some really rock-solid defense on them as well.
Yeah, they have. Held them to 12 of 36, shooting 33%. And Melbourne is 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Getting it done. That one a step back too. Everything going down in this one. That is one of the plays of the season. Just for how spectacular it was when it went down.
Goodness.
I know it was a bank shot, Laurie, but my goodness, that was exciting. 43-33. Here's your halftime stats. Rebounds fairly even. And turnovers pretty efficient from both sides.
It has. It's been a pretty clean game, actually. And it's just really the thing that stands out is the three-point percentage for the Lightning. Only 2 from 11. So, you know, they need to pick that up in the second half. But high-scoring affair for Capitals, scoring 43 points.
Stick around. 10-point ball game at the half. Canberra.
Women are powering forward and changing the game on and off the court. Together, Basketball Australia and the Australian Sports Commission are powering women in basketball. We are amplifying the voices, skills and spirit of women in the game. From the backboards to the boardrooms, we're breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes and empowering the next generation of female athletes and leaders. Get involved and together we can create a future where every girl's hoop dreams are within reach.
There are things we can't see, like the air that we breathe. There's a power in me, you'll see.
He's done it!
For our homegrown superstars. this is the one that matters most. The Aussies are ready to unleash on 9 Summer of Awesome.
Ford dealers have backed sport in communities for nearly 100 years. And now, from the Boomers and Opals to Aussie Hoops, your local Ford dealer is proud to support basketball. Because all dreams start somewhere.
Troy Card rolling to the bucket. The foul call from George.
Nicholson makes a move. What a play! Mansfield with the hot hand goes up against Callie Wilson. Clutch play from Lauren Mansfield. Fowler gets up ahead and gets the out one to go.
Now Wood Mitchell tosses it up and in. What a finish from Leilani Mitchell.
I had actually been chatting to Billy a couple of previous seasons and it just hadn't really aligned at the right time. This year I was ready to get a fresh start and I guess try something new and push my game in a different direction. I could tell that she had a really great vision and she knew a lot about my game and knew how I could contribute to the team. I think that's what really drew me to Canberra. Like Billy said, it's a really good step in the right direction where I want to go and build on. So when I was at the COE, actually, she was just starting to coach. So it's a bit of a full circle moment, getting back to Canberra. Now she's head coach. Tell, even playing them last year and the previous years, that they have a really great team culture.
Melbourne to find ourselves some space. Beat it out. That's a beautiful shot there from Alex Sharp.
It's just a privilege, honestly. Such a joy to play with someone that has so much love for the game, but also such a high level of IQ that you can really learn from her. Feed off her passion, off her drive. It's something that I'm really grateful for every day, and I don't tell her that all the time. Yeah, I really love playing with Jade.
Picked off by Sharp, who's been everywhere on offense and defense for the Caps.
Alex Sharp. She's a hard worker and she certainly does the little things that go unstated.
I'm the type of person that puts a lot of expectations on myself. I've enjoyed stepping into a bit of a leadership role with this team, challenging myself in that way, and I've still got a ways to go. Being able to bring what I always bring to the court is just a given.
Nice find, nice finish, Alex Sharp.
I think this year, stepping up my game and being more of a threat as well is something that I'm looking to do.
Hi, my name's Christy. I'm Jordan. We're here with Fletcher and Sia, and we're here for the Ford Aussie Hoops program. Take your ball. That one's... That one's a good one. She was eyeing that one for a long time. Good thing about the sport basketball.
That you can shoot.
You can shoot? Okay.
We got a shooter here.
All right, yeah. What's your favorite shot?
Layup.
A layup? When you grow up.
I want to be a doctor.
A doctor?
Yeah.
What kind of doctor?
Brain surgery and heart surgery.
Brain and heart surgery?
Uh-huh.
Favorite basketball movie?
Space Jam.
Space Jam? Okay. Space Jam is a classic. All right, Sia, you got to end on a layup, Sia. Let's see it again. There you go. There it is. There you go, guys. Good job, Sia. Good job, Sia. All right, Wally.
summer of awesome fires up with the action-packed United Cup.
Oh, yes. Sensational.
Australia takes on the world in a global showdown.
Demon delivers for Australia.
Then, the big one. The 2024 Australian Open.
You won't see better tennis than this all summer.
Our Aussies are ready to unleash the United Cup. Live and free on 9 and 9 Now. It's the magical family spectacular that lights up Christmas Eve. Sing along with Callum Scott, Mitch Tambo, and all your favourite entertainers. And special performances from the stars of the world's biggest musicals.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
David Campbell and Brooke Boney present
Vision Australia's Carols by Candlelight. Christmas Eve at 8 on 9.
Women are powering forward and changing the game on and off the court. Together, Basketball Australia and the Australian Sports Commission are powering women in basketball. We are amplifying the voices, skills and spirit of women in the game. From the backboards to the boardrooms, we're breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes and empowering the next generation of female athletes and leaders. Get involved and together we can create a future where every girl's hoop dreams are within reach.
Well, it's been Jade Melbourne who has starred so far this evening here. And there's plenty of young guns across the board for both the Capitals and the Lightning. Liam Ellison and Laurie Chiswick with you on the call for this second half. Not far away, but as we mentioned, tonight it's been Jade Melbourne, but throughout the season, Alex Fowler as well has been awesome for the UC Capitals. First season out of college, and hasn't she been terrific, Laurie?
Well,
shooting some remarkable clips.
Yeah, she really has, and she's had 4 years at the University of Portland. She loved her college experience, she said. She played in the 4-5 spot. She's actually from Townsville, and she did chat to Coach Shannon Seabaum before the season, and said that she loved him because she'd been coached by him in junior national teams. But she also spoke to Veely, loved the culture and her vision, and so has ended up at Canberra. But certainly she's, she's really had a great impact. 14 points a game. Leads the league in three-point shooting at 50%, so what a pickup for them.
And 41 of 62 from the field as well, 66%. Remarkable for a player that's done it at some volume as well. And, well, her teammate Izzy Bourne from the Under-19 2019 World Cup team, the Gems. There's 3 of them in this game, Laurie. Talk us through that connection, because that was an awesome team they put together that year.
Oh my goodness, I was talking to Dee Butler earlier, and so Bourne, Fowler, Potter all played in that under-19 game where they were silver medalists. They lost in overtime to the USA by 4 points after being up by 4 with 14 seconds to go. But Alex Fowler, she was in the All-Star 5, was just an outstanding tournament that she had. But it's fun to see those players that played together in the Gems all really having an impact in the WNBL now. And Bourne, she's been to the University of Nebraska. She was a captain there. She brings really good leadership quality. She's coachable, great defender. The coaches just can't speak highly enough of these young guns. And so it's nice to see that our pathway through the Sapphires, the Gems, the WNBL is certainly a great pathway, and leads to the likes of these players shining in the WNBL right now.
It is a brilliant pathway. Shyla Heel as well is in that team. Jazz Shelley, plenty of WNBL and Aussie Hoops fans will be familiar with that name as well, was in that team.
And Izzy Anstey too as well. And Amelia Goodchild as well was in that team, and we know she's starring for Perth right now. So it's a really good story, and what a close game that was.
Heartbreaking stuff. They couldn't get the job done in the end, but a remarkable run nonetheless. 10-point lead for the Capitals here as the third quarter is underway. Sharp inside to Okoye. The hands from Ball Ace was all clean. Capitals ball.
Again, it's that focus on that pick and roll, that strong roll. Anytime there's a switch out there, and they're doing a great job of recognizing that.
There's that swat from Izzy Ball Ace. Baseline ball for Melbourne. 13-second shot clock. Okoye, she's going to let this fly and won't go down. 1 of 4 from the three-point arc today, Monica Okoye. Borlace on the opposite wing, puts it on the deck, stepping through, flipping up on the left hand, and no good. So Jade Melbourne, 17 first half points. Poked out by Borlace. And subs.
It's unusual to see
it is.
Jade Melbourne come off after less than a minute.
Hope she's okay.
Hope she's not lost another tooth.
No. Pressure applied there. And it's found the backcourt. So Adelaide with the stop.
Although if I can say it, the press conference after their win against Melbourne, and I quote Jade Melbourne saying, "I'd lose a tooth again if it means we get a win." So just the sort of player she is.
She's always all smiles, excuse the pun, Laurie. Jade Melbourne, great energy. Borlace. Jada Clark with those long arms, great challenge. Sharp. So the Caps will have to do it without Jade Melbourne for a moment. Okoye driving on Bourne. Shot away just off. And Bourne with the rake and take. Turner's up ahead for Adelaide. Borlace in the corner. Clark there defending the rock. Opts to rip and drive baseline, and Borlace gets it up and in.
That was a really good drive by Borlace. She really, you know, invited the contact. She initiated it so that she had control of it.
Clark into the corner. Sharp will let it fly. Tracking it down was Fowler. 6 seconds for Clark. Fowler creates some space. Extra pass. Munga gets the shot off in time.
That's just such a killer defensively when you've played 23.5 seconds of great defense. You have a contested shot and it goes down.
Mansfield returns fire for Adelaide. Adelaide's the blow. Back to an 8-point game.
Lauren Mansfield's first points on the board tonight.
Borlace pestering. Fowler, the handoff to Munga. Pulling up from the elbow and Turner. Great defense, but Sharp caught them napping.
That's her moving off the ball. Moving as soon as a shot went up, she was already on her way to the basket.
Mansfield's. Bourne will front and fire from 3. One wayward. So Melbourne looks to be okay over there on the bench. Sharp, a big roll with Melbourne off the court. Scored on the last possession. Okoye there on the second chance. Muscles her way through and draws contact.
So Adelaide right now are doing a good job of contesting that first shot. It's just the last 2 times down the floor there's been offensive rebounds, and so that's really hurting them right now. You got to find a body, make contact, block them out, make sure it's just one and done.
Melbourne re-enters for Jada Clark, and Okoye good on the first free throw. Capitals are 5 of 5 from the line so far this evening. And out to a 12-point lead, now their biggest of the game. The Lightning need a response. Turner. Borlace inside, perfectly placed to Bourne, and Fowler in late, said the referee. First personal for her. Found Bourne nicely.
Really important, these foul shots that you know, they connect with them, get it to that 10-point margin. They've shot the ball, the free throws quite well, 77% so far.
Missing on that occasion. Bourne had 7 and 6 in the first half. And strong on the second. That'll hurt Adelaide. Melbourne back out there with the rock. Sharp. Trying the pass back to her point guard, Fowler. Working really hard to deny as Willoughby. Now Melbourne will go again, dancing along that baseline. And stepped out of bounds.
Good D by Willoughby, just forcing, really, Melbourne just ran out of room there to make that baseline drive.
Massive job for Jocelyn Willoughby and the Lightning to control Melbourne in the second half. Ball ace. Around the Turner screen. Picked up her dribble. Bourne. Rips and drives on Okoye. Willoughby will have to fire with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Sharp. 4 minutes gone here in this third quarter. Rolling to the bucket was Fowler. Munga. Now it's Melbourne, whipping it through hands of the Capitals. Okoye will fire, and her second three goes down.
Really, really good ball movement, team movement. And you can see defensively, this group, this lineup they have right now, everything is a switch. They don't lose anything in height. Really a lot of switching going on, and aggressive switching.
Fowler, speaking of, as bola stepping through and rolls home. Izzy Borlase has got 12 points.
It's a quiet 12 points, isn't it, Liam? You know, she's just sort of gone about her business.
Oh, Melbourne on the cross. No-look pass out to Sharp, who can't drain the three.
Another
long
offensive
rebound. Melbourne hesitates. Everything she's doing at the moment, Laurie, is must-watch. Willoughby. Borlase, little slow to get back. And the Caps can control it. 13-point leaders.
It's really slowed down. Both teams getting up and down. They're not pushing the ball. It's a much more controlled tempo from both teams right now.
Comparison to the opening quarter.
Absolutely.
Sharp. 4 seconds inside. Bourne all clean. Fowler was there. And shot clock expires. Adelaide bench up. Will be Lightning ball as Brazel re-enters.
Adelaide just need a spark. They just look a little bit flat right now, and in what they're doing. And if they can get a couple of stops and maybe a couple good baskets, I think it'll re-energize them. But they need somebody to step up. Maybe Brazel coming off the bench will be that person.
Brazel was one of those Lightning players who did step up in that Sunday victory over Melbourne. Mansfield for three.
There you go. Great execution. Screen the screener. Mansfield first set a screen for Brazel, then Turner for her. Really great action, and Lauren Mansfield came off of that set ready to shoot it.
With intent. Okoye. Fowler on the perimeter. Turner right there, pestering. 7 seconds. Melbourne cutting to the rack. And another two goes down for her. First point of the second half for Melbourne. Borlase again applying that Euro step beautifully. And this battle between Borlase and Melbourne, we knew it was going to be good, but heating up here in the second half.
Certainly is.
Okoye. Again, Turner right up in the grill of Fowler. Tried to rip and drive. And turnover.
Yeah, Turner's really active hands, active feet, guarding a perimeter out on the perimeter, and has been highly effective.
Remains a double-digit margin.
Running the same play. You can see that back screen and another screen.
Mansfield again around that Turner pick. Fowler happy to switch. Now Bourne drives at Melbourne. On the left hands. Follows her own miss. Bourne. Can they corral it? No. Capitals with the stop. And they will have it on the baseline. 7 minutes gone in this third period, Laurie.
I thought it might have touched the rim on one of those shots, but
it could have been what Brianna Turner and the Lightning were trying to convince the referee off as Fowler takes a break. So will we have a change of call here, Laurie, maybe? It will be Okoye to take it for the Caps. You're at Radford College this evening in Canberra. Haven't they packed it out nicely, the Capitals fans?
Well, and such a last-minute, change to get the news out there. Lucille Bailey, well, she did a great job at getting this venue changed.
Yeah, he certainly did, and the Capitals fan base, one of the best, as Melbourne steps back for three, and it goes down once again. No surprises. Melbourne has been hitting everything tonight.
And what a big smile on her face, and so she should have.
Back out to 13. Bourne in the post. She goes to work on Sharp and hooks it up and in. Melbourne's 4 of 5 from beyond the arc.
And I think they're all step backs.
Munga looks good out of the hands. Capitals back-to-back threes, and they've blown this one wide open. Timeout. 61 plays 47. Biggest lead of the ball game, the Caps.
Well, Liam, we saw last night the Sydney Flames just shoot the lights out from the three-point line, and haven't in the past. And again, Canberra right now is shooting the three ball at 42%. Fantastic, because normally, across the course of the season, they've been shooting it at 31%. So great turnaround right now.
Munga's got a couple. Okoye's hit a couple. Jade Melbourne's got 4 of them as well. So a 14-point lead, and massive news as well this morning in the WNBL. The first time ever, of course. All games will be shown on the WNBA app and League Pass. So for all our international viewers, make sure you've downloaded the WNBA app for games and WNBA content. Those in Australia and New Zealand won't have access due to broadcast rights. Stick to 9 now, and of course ESPN as well. But that is huge news, Laurie.
Oh, it so is, and we've, over the course of the history, we've had some unbelievable WNBA athletes play. You mentioned a few at the beginning that are currently here: Canada, Russell, McDonald, Hillman, Zoe B. And in today's game, obviously, Turner and Willoughby. But if you remember the likes of Tiana Hawkins won a premiership with Townsville, Kia Nurse with Canberra, Lindsay Allen, Tiff Mitchell with Melbourne. So, and then, of course, Maybelline Young with Perth. So great connection with the WNBL and the WNBA.
Hasn't there been just some amazing imports that have come out in the last half a decade or so? Players that have been key contributors in championships. Hawkins, obviously, most recently. Here's Turner, kick out Brazel. Trying to create some space for Mansfield to fire. Turner did well. Caps ball.
She did well to contest that. Just even to get a deflection, sometimes you can knock it to a teammate. Not so this time.
Kristen Veal and Jade Melbourne happy with the defense on that occasion. Melbourne running point. A screen for Sharp. Melbourne's going to let it fly here. And her 5th triple goes down.
She's a good meter past the three-point line on that shot, and just is so comfortable taking it.
Mansfield went under.
Great answer by Mansfield. Whoever's guarding Melbourne, you've just got to get all over her. Don't give her any space at all.
Absolutely. Munga. How did that end up working out for the Caps?
When things are going well, Liam, things go well.
Yes. 16-point lead now. Mansfield has 4 triples of her own this evening. Minute remains in this third quarter. Mansfield, that is a deep triple too. A shootout occurring here in Canberra, and Sharp pulls it down. Okoye. And where's Melbourne? You got to watch it. Working on Bourne, splits through 2, flips it up. Really went down as well.
See, that's why she's so tough to defend, because now you have to play right up on her, because, and let's go. There she goes, takes a charge. Just add that to the stat list.
Drawing offensive fouls, doing it all tonight, Jade Melbourne. Smart stuff.
As I said, though, she's so hard to defend right now because she's shooting such a long three. You have to get out there. You have to be close, carry a hand. And then she'll beat you off the dribble. And she's got an explosive step, a change of pace, and finishes so well.
Absolutely. And she turns the Jets on. Good luck. 25, 5 and 5 she's got. And counting tonight for Melbourne. Flipped over to Okoye. Munga. Quick trigger. Long rebound for Okoye. And quick hands Mansfield. No call. Shot clock off. Mansfield will hold it for the last shot. Bourne here to combine. And Turner at the free-throw line. Bourne. Got to let it fly here. Okoye, that's a foul. Izzy Bourne will head to the free-throw line.
I feel like they got out of jail there, Adelaide. They looked really indecisive on that last offensive set. What they were doing there is fumbling around, a pass there. Good decision to get to the basket, but as I said, I think they got out of jail.
Yeah, they did. It was a bit of a messy set, really. So Bourne is 0 of 3 from this spot so far this evening. And that trend continues. Been in some terrific form over the last 3. 20 points an evening. And makes on the second.
Oh, I'm surprised Jay didn't chuck that up and full court shot and it would have gone in.
Be half a chance, wouldn't she, the way it's gone. 15-point lead here at three-quarter time at Radford College. Capitals 66, Lightning 51. Double-digit lead. The Capitals in control here. And Kristen Veal's team, it's been all their way so far. A lot of work to do for Ball Ace and the Lightning. Ball Ace is up to 14, had herself quite the third quarter. And Munga as well joined the party from the three-point arc, Laurie.
Well, they've got so many contributors and they're playing so well as a team. And the thing is that right now they're feeling confident. The crowd's behind them. They can't do anything wrong. They've got the likes of Jade Melbourne just finishing like that, whether it's, you know, just over the halfway line or driving it in. So Adelaide have a tough ask because they don't seem to be super, what's the word I'm thinking of? They don't have a lot of energy to counter this 15-point lead. You know, sometimes you can be down by that amount, but it feels like you can come back. I'm not sure. They're going to have to make sure in this very first few minutes that they come up with some really good stops. Put the Capitals under a little bit of pressure. Make them feel uncomfortable because right now they don't feel anything but comfort out there.
Meanwhile, the Capitals have been, well, they've been a picture of energy, haven't they? I mean, Jade Melbourne is an energizer bunny as it is. She has just led from the front and they have just marched along with her, haven't they?
Well, they haven't. And the likes of Okoye 13, Sharp 12, Sharp 12. I mean, those are great stats for them. And so, you know, you need to lock down Melbourne. And I know they tried a couple of times to double and get it out of her hands. But the Capitals did a good job of getting the ball, making an extra pass, and getting a great shot. So Lightning maybe try something different. Maybe, you know, try a zone just to be a bit disruptive, throw something, try and get them out of their comfort zone. But really crucial these first few minutes of this quarter to try and lock down some defense and then look to score themselves. Simply, you know, very simply put, much harder to do.
Of course. 9 of 21 they are from 3 in this game, the Capitals. They have done a good job of passing up good shots for better shots. Munga's got a couple of threes, as does Monica Okoye. And here we go. Lightning have first possession here in the fourth quarter. 15-point ball game. Turner. Willoughby back out there. Munga switches onto the ball. Mansfield trying to get it to her big, and Potter has it for the Caps. Front court to Munga, and the whistle will go against Basham. No players in any real foul trouble this evening. In fact, no one more than 2.
Which is nice because it doesn't change their rotations at all. They, you know, somebody doesn't have to sit and they can, the coaches can coach according to how they feel the players are playing, the matchups. They don't have to worry about foul trouble.
Well, apparently Jade Melbourne is human. Travel call against her that time. Willoughby rips and drives left. Step back inside, count it. Willoughby for one more. First points of the fourth quarter to Adelaide. Strength and balance from Jocelyn Willoughby. 4 of 7, 11 points this evening. And makes on the three-point play. Melbourne again looking downhill. Drew about 3 defenders. Found Potter wide open. And an extra for the Capitals.
And a tech foul's been called, I believe.
I think you're right, Laurie. I mean, Potter was wide open. So you think it had to come off ball. Bit of confusion from both sides. Basket will count. Here's this time again from Melbourne.
So such good vision. I mean, it looked like she was going to go all the way, but, you know, great to see Potter run the length of the floor with her.
So worried about it, Jade Melbourne. 3 Adelaide defenders were drawn in, so Mansfield will take the technical free throw.
Well, I'm not sure who the tech from Canberra was on.
Converts. So I believe the technical is on Potter. .13 ball game. Potter has the 3 throws down the other end.
You know, 13 points is not insurmountable. You know, it's a realistic comeback. I'm just not sure how both teams are playing, if that's going to happen for Adelaide.
It'll have to be a special 10-minute period. They did do it last week, coming from behind against the Boomers. Turner. Now Fowler switching on to Mansfield.
Just some good defense by the Canberra Capitals. Up and in defensively, really active hands. Nowhere for Adelaide to go.
They're rewarded with the steal. Willoughby with the assignment on Melbourne. Trying to create some space. She has here, Melbourne lets it fly. Jade Melbourne knew that was going down.
Her highlight reel for this game is going to be unbelievable.
Turner rolling to the bucket. 2 back for Adelaide. I think regardless of what happens in the final, 8:28, so much time remaining, Laurie, it might be one of the best individual performances so far this season from Melbourne. Potter retrieved it from Fowler. Now it's Mansfield with the job on Melbourne. And draws contact.
Do you think Jade Melbourne chose this game to have this sort of input with her shooting and her step backs, given it's the first game where we are joining the WNBA app, and it's a worldwide audience now? How impressive is she going?
Very timely. The Seattle Storm herself, Jade Melbourne. Plenty of fans in Seattle will be happy with this performance. Turnover, Brazil. It'll stay with the Caps. Defensive pressure she's absorbing as well, Melbourne, has been awesome.
Well, Canberra, on average this season, averaged 74 points per game. They're at 72 right now with 8 minutes to go, so they're going to well and truly exceed that.
84 was their season high last week. Melbourne again working 6 seconds. This time dishes off to Sharp inside the keyway. Turns around and Fowler nearly on the O-glass. Head to ball ace. They've got to get motoring here, the Lightning. Basham. Now it's Willoughby with the rock. Basham will let it fly from the corner. Took a kiss off the window for 3.
The other thing, Liam, we haven't mentioned yet is it really important that Canberra do win this game, because Adelaide won that first game. So when you go, you know, talk about head-to-head and how they're going to finish on the ladder, or just bragging rights, you know, it was really important for Canberra to try and seal this win.
Absolutely it is. And Adelaide get the call there against Melbourne.
Bring this back to a 10-point or under margin with this possession.
Still within reach. That's for sure. Willoughby, jab step, working on Sharp. Got her off the ground. Sharp over the top with a denial. Great D. Willoughby had her for a moment. Now Sharp will pull up from the elbow. Defense to offense. And cushions it back out to 14, importantly for Canberra. Brooke Basham. Ball ace on the wing, wants some space to work with. Tried to step through on Okoye. That time it's a travel. And that move's been working throughout the evening for ball ace. But Okoye read the scouting report that time.
Okoye is actually deceptively pretty quick. She's got some good foot speed to defend, you know, those quicker, faster players. And then the other thing about Okoye is she's so strong. So she can defend bigger players and push them off the block and hold her ground.
Here's Okoye, hands it over to Fowler. Munga kicked on to Clark. Melbourne will take a break for a moment. Puts it on the deck and driving at Turner. Turner just worrying her out of it, and Fowler on the second chance. Second bucket of the game for Alex Fowler, who's got 11 boards. 16-point lead to the Caps, and that's off the foot of Clark. So this is the biggest lead of the game for the Caps. In comes Bourne. They'll have to throw everything at them now, the Lightning. Timeout. 6:11 remains in the fourth. And this one brought to you by Ford Aussie Hoops, the perfect introduction to the world of basketball for kids aged 5 to 10 years. Basketball Australia are launching the Ford Aussie Hoops Award for 2023. To find out more, visit aussiehoops.basketball to register today. This is an interesting juncture in the ball game, Laurie. Lightning have been within reaching distance, but now the game is really on a knife's edge for them.
Well, it is, and you know, it's either they've got to bring this margin back sort of within under 10 with 4 minutes to go, or just the way the Capitals are playing, it's a real hard ask. But I just wanted to point out that last season, Canberra had to wait until January 11th to get their first win. They were 0-12. They got that win over Bendigo. They ended the season at 2-19. Well, now, if this game goes to plan for them, they will be 2-8 in December.
And 1-2 in a row as well.
Exactly. So,
streaky.
You know, those sorts of stats really, you know, they don't mean anything, but it's fun to look at them. That they've had a hard battle the last few years, the Capitals, and they come from a very proud program that have won many, many titles. And so, you know, every little success like this, I think, needs to be celebrated.
Absolutely. You're spot on. It has been a tough road. With the group they've assembled, Jade Melbourne at the front of it, and they're going to be a force of, they keep them together for the years to come. Willoughby got a heave at the top, just strong. Clark. Back up one here for the Caps with Melbourne on the pine. Now it's Okoye who's rolling to the hoop. Good defense that time from Adelaide. Maybe this is the opportunity, Laurie, with Melbourne on the pine. Brazil moves it onwards to Willoughby. Did well to recover there. Bourne puts it on the deck. Brazil can fire for three.
That was good reward, because I thought she should have gone all the way on that very first drive baseline. Good inside out. Finishing with a three.
Important finish. Okoye. Sharp. Extra pass into the corner. Clark just off on the three. Munga over the top. Lightning basketball.
And really important, Adelaide block out and don't let them get any second chance opportunities.
Still 5:10 remaining in the fourth. Ball ace handling the rock. Bourne thought about the triple, down low, recognised that Turner mismatch. And Clark cleans it up. Munga onwards to Okoye. Had a great look at the rim. Ball ace, downhill. And great clean defense from Clark. They'll slow it up here, the Caps. Precious time winding down.
Well, really for the Caps, the clock is on their side right now. So unless you have a wide open, clear transition or fast break basket, use the clock. Make sure that you're making them play some defense, Adelaide, and getting through some sets.
Playing some defense. Willoughby with a block. Now she'll look to go coast to coast. Follows her own miss, and Munga combines with Fowler. Capitals will slow it up and draw up a set. Fowler and Okoye on the perimeter. Hazel was denying the ball. 5 seconds. It's going to be Alex Sharp. Or will it? Ball ace, picks her pocket. And it's back to 11. Timeout. Kristen Veal will chat things over. 3:46 remaining in the fourth. 76-65.
There's just a slight jar of the door open for Adelaide. Got a foot in there. Can they get it? Great steal by Borlase.
They do have that door just slightly ajar. 76-60 was the biggest lead for the Capitals. So a 5-0 run. Jade Melbourne on the bench. Suspect she might come back out after this timeout. This is the next 4 games for the Capitals. 2 against the Perth Lynx, and that's a tough month coming up to form the Capitals in.
I feel like, you know, you look at those teams and there's, as we've said over and over in this year, there's no easy games. There's no games where you can sort of pencil in a win straight away. It's, you got to fight for everything, and it depends on who's healthy on each roster, as we can see with the Melbourne Boomers. So, yes, tough next 4 weeks.
Not far away, though, the Capitals. They can protect this lead, taking a 2-game win streak into it.
Well, what you hope is that they won last week, and so they've learned from that how to win. You know, you need to win games to know how to learn how to win games, and so, you know, they need to play this out for the last just under 4 minutes.
That's undeniable, isn't it? I mean, these are 2 young teams that have lost their fair share of close games,
yes,
as we've highlighted. The world of confidence they would gain from gaining a few close ones as well. Here's Potter. They're pressing up the Lightning, and they've got the turnover.
That's what they need, Adelaide.
Mansfield in the hands of Izzy Borlase. Bourne and Mansfield will combine. 3.5 on the clock. Wanted to lose Sharp in the keyway. It'll be Willoughby with 5 seconds.
Great defense, great defense.
Fowler right there, great find.
Wow.
Turner on the end of it.
Just as the buzzer went, that's a great score for Adelaide. Brings them back under 10 now.
Jade Melbourne back out there. Coaching crunch time, and the whistle off ball goes against Willoughby. That's her 4th.
Neither team are in the bonus yet. So it'll be a sideline ball.
Look at their way, just trying to deny Melbourne. 14 seconds reset into Sharp. Melbourne with the screen, and Sharp will go straight to the cup. Turner coming across to help. And a walk.
Brianna Turner was there to either change the shot or, as we saw there, force Alex Sharp just to shuffle her feet a little bit.
This one is getting very interesting. Lightning back within 9. Heaps of time remains. Just when you thought maybe the Capitals had put it to bed. Swung over to Willoughby. She lets it fly.
Didn't hit the backboard that time.
So ball ace has got to go. And Okoye controls it. Important stop, Canberra. Melbourne passes out of trouble. Okoye, well read from Mansfield. 10 seconds for Jade. Fowler for the pick. Ball ace. Switches onto the rock. Corner 3.
There's that offensive rebound again. Now they get another 14 seconds.
And the reach from Ball ace, a foul.
That hurts.
Going to go to the line as a result. It does hurt. Melbourne's yet to go to the charity stripe tonight. It'll mean 4 for Ball ace as well. correction, 3. 4 for Willoughby.
Oh, I was just going to say, if she makes these 2, that'll bring her up to the 30 mark. Again, what she had last week.
What a fortnight for Jade Melbourne. She makes in the second. Double-digit ball game. Ball ace. One last roll of the dice maybe for the Lightning. Turnover. Melbourne, they've got numbers. 5-on-4 situation. Koya, they can take some more precious seconds off the clock here. And they are hunting Melbourne. They do not want to get in the rock. And she's drawn another foul. That time it's on Turner. And Melbourne's going to head back to the stripe.
You can tell the faith that Nat Hurst has in Turner of putting her on to Melbourne. So we know what a great rebounder is, just a great overall defender, and to be able to, I mean, she fouled in that instance, but use her length to try and, you know, slow a perimeter player down.
So Melbourne takes care of business.
31 points.
Important free throws, and now she's got the steal. Melbourne, Turner very quick to get back and forces the stop. Good hustle from the Lightning. Big Mansfield's going to let it fly. Lightning will not go away. 90 seconds remain. Melbourne once again with a rock. They want it out of her hands. And some of the players look like fatigue might be setting in. Melbourne. Nice observation. Out to Okoye. Wow. Makes it. Caps by 12. Jade Melbourne's got 7 dimes. She is tireless.
Well, she just waved all her players off, get to the other side of the court. I'm going to take this myself. Drew it in, drew the defenders, and there's Okoye sitting at that three-point line, waiting to shoot that corner 3.
What a target to find. Monica Okoye. She's got 16, 3 of 7. So 1:11 remains on the clock. Melbourne maybe has put it out of reach here. 31 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals and a block this evening for Jade Melbourne. 6 of 7 from 3. They haven't just been your regulation three-pointers either, Laurie.
Well, step-back threes from well and truly a couple of steps past the three-point line. Falling out of bounds, off the backboard, you name it, she's done it tonight from the three-point line.
Some highlight reels she's put together. So Kristen Veal, final instructions here for the Capitals. On the verge of the second win in 2 weeks. And next coming after Christmas, Wednesday, 27th against the Perth Lynx in Perth as well. Tough road trip, as we know. Lightning basketball.
I'm wondering too whether Jade Melbourne's a 100% when she went off at the beginning of the third and we saw her sort of bending over a bin, not looking that great.
That's a great point, Laurie, as Mansfield goes for her second 3 in as many possessions. Crashing the glass was Turner. Gets it up, Fowler. Working hard here, the Lightning. Desperation, extra pass. Mansfield can fire again. And makes on that. Mansfield's got 6 triples of her own.
She's been really rock solid for this team and has been for this whole season.
Melbourne trying to get it into the front court. Turnover.
That's what they need. Get it back to Mansfield.
Needs to be a really quick 3. And Sharp has been fouled. I'd forgotten about that, Laurie, when Melbourne left the ball game and needed some assistance from the team staff. But I reckon you might be right. I don't know if she has missed a field goal since returning. So another timeout, 39.2 on the clock. 9 points is the equation. Just about have to be perfect from here for Adelaide. And next they will host the Southside Flyers on the 30th of December. Home game at Adelaide Arena for the Lightning, as Nat Hurst and her coaching staff Of course, Hurst, a 7-time champ with the UC Capitals herself as a player. What a fun game it's been this evening. High pace from the Capitals.
Well, you know, and if you're a Canberra Capitals fan and you're at this new venue and it's very intimate, you're sitting right courtside, very close to all the players, how fun has it been for them to be involved in this great game?
Hasn't it been a great atmosphere? You speak of it being intimate, but they are right there almost looking over the court. It must be somewhat of an intimidating environment to play in. And
I think it's, well, it's I think it's, well, if you're the Capitals, well, they'd be loving it having their fans so close.
Of course.
With Adelaide, you know, not so much, but there's no question that they can get involved in this game.
They've been great tonight, the Caps fans. For your Thursday night hoops here in the nation's capital, and Potter will inbound. Melbourne hands it straight back. Lightning will throw everything at them with the press. Fowler into the front court. And Sharp's fouled. 2 of 2 on her only trip to the line tonight, Alex Sharp.
And to me, she's had you know, I know we've talked a lot about Melbourne, but she also has had a really rock-solid game with 14 points, 12 rebounds. You know, she's just the blue-collar worker of the team. She's a leader of this team. And it's great to see her playing so well with this team, as we know she moved from Perth.
Yet another double-double for Sharp, making no mistake. And the Capitals shooting above 90% from the free-throw line tonight. They've done little wrong. Mansfield, a great game herself. She'll fire again, feeling it, Lauren Mansfield, and Sharp pulls it down. Rebound number 13. And she's going to head back to the stripe. Three assists as well to go along with a block.
Well, this will make for a great third showdown between these two teams in Adelaide later in the season. Both games have been played in Canberra, so the third game will be in Adelaide.
This, of course, will split the season series.
You know, and whilst it's, you know, you never say never right now, but chances are neither of these teams will make the playoffs. You still want to try and push and try and, you know, be the best of the bottom four, maybe finish and certainly against each other. Last year, we know that Adelaide won the head-to-head.
Melbourne's hit the deck hard here, combining with Turner. Looks ginger. I think she's okay. Jane Melbourne. Pure entertainment from go to woe. Not too much in that. Would not want to get in the way of a Brianna Turner screen.
No, she's been setting them robustly.
So Melbourne will leave to the ovation of the Capitals fans. What an evening. Player of the round in round 7, and look out. It might be another gong in round 8. 13 points. The Capitals will take the victory by here. In front of a great crowd here in Canberra.
Oh, listen to that appreciative crowd. How great is that?
Don't they love it? Second win of the season, second win in as many games, and Melbourne and the Caps get it done. She had 31 points and 7 dimes, Melbourne. The Capitals shot 42% from 3. That was fun, Laurie.
Well, it was fun to watch both teams play, and certainly the show that Jade Melbourne put on with her three-point shooting. Really, her whole game was amazing. And look at the smiles all around. A little bit of Everything was going right for her. As I said, she's got really good handles in able to, you know, look like she's going to drive, then step back, pull it in, under physicality, make the passes. She was terrific tonight.
Don't the Caps fans love it? Out there celebrating with Melbourne. These are great scenes. It's been a great evening here at Radford College, Laurie. I've enjoyed the environment. And a gift as well.
There you go.
Happy holidays to the Capitals. Here's your full game highlights as well. Alex Sharp congratulating her teammate. Sharp was terrific too with a double-double, 18 and 13. Willoughby had herself a fairly productive evening. She had a big assignment on Jade Melbourne, as we know.
Well, I think they tried various players on Jade Melbourne. You know, Borlase was on her, Turner was on her, Willoughby was on her, and really it didn't matter. She just was going with whoever. But I thought Lauren Mansfield for Adelaide, you know, she kept them in the game, kept them the scoreboard ticking over. Borlase had some good things in the second half, but just not to happen tonight for Adelaide. Canberra were just too good.
Future on display here this evening. Alex Fowler had 13 rebounds in the contest. This young Caps core getting the job done, and Monica Okoye, as she so often does, had 3 triples as a sharpshooter from long range, 16 points, and got herself inside the paint a bit tonight as well, did Monica Okoye.
Yeah, I liked her game. I liked the way she changed it up a little bit, and we're seeing more and more of that each week. She seems to evolve. But look at that. 3-point shooting, 42% from the Capitals. That is a great result for them. And 93% from the free throw line. I've been wanting teams to score from that 3-point line, or from the free throw line, their percentages. So well done to the Capitals.
Cleaned up the rebounding contest as well. So all stats really looking pretty for the UC Capitals. Here's the remaining games in round 8 of the Cygnett WNBL. And tomorrow night in Sydney, they will host the Bendigo, coming off, of course, their win last night, the Flames.
Big game, that one. Both of them, if they're even any chance to vie for that top 4, they need to come up with a win. Perth and Southside will be really interesting because they're both in the 2nd and 3rd spot right now. And then, whew, what a tough ask for Melbourne without Jordan Canada versus the red-hot Townsville Fire.
Aren't they? They are the benchmark at the moment, the Townsville Fire. So we'll see both of these sides after Christmas in round 9. The Capitals will head to Perth on the 27th, and the Adelaide Lightning will host the Southside Flyers on the 30th of December. Get on board, tickets online. Jade Melbourne, it was her night, her evening here in Canberra. One of the performances of the season to lead the way. Maybe even looks a little bit sore afterwards. She's worked hard enough. We can't blame her, Laurie. She's been unbelievable. Liam Ellison and Laurie Chiswick with you on the call. The Jade Melbourne Show here at Radford College. 31 points, and the Caps, their 2nd victory of the season, to the tune of 13 points. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.